All right, so now we'll look at the blessings. The blessings. And when we think of blessings, we think of them in a Western way, Eurocentric way, American way. We kind of think of blessings. We're going to look at what the Bible said, what Yah said, who He said it to, and kind of what are the expectations in this relationship, right? Because so if Yah is so mad, like as we say in Isaiah, like I'm gonna pour my fury of anger, right? It's like you pouring milk in your cereal. You hit every cereal. You don't leave many of them dry. You pour that milk in there, or what whatever you pour. If you like gravy on your potatoes, you pouring that gravy on there. Okay, so He poured it out specifically for a reason, and it was anger. And we're going to look at kind of why, like what happened. So the blessings. So Genesis 12:3. We've heard this forever. If you are a Christian, if you come into just regular general Sunday Christian, you know, I will bless them that bless thee, curse them that curse thee, and all of these shall all the families of the earth be blessed. So what does that mean? Well, you got to take care of the Jews. Right? You got to take care of the Jews. We're going to be rolling in on Pesach time. When it gets to Pesach, it will be those commercials. Send money here to Europe. Send money here to Israel. To those that don't have, they can't keep Passover. Right? So it's been ingrained that you are to bless them and you're not to curse them. Right? So you're not to, right? Don't be anti-Semitic, which is a made-up word. Right? Because there are more Semites than just a Jewish person, right? So we get this idea of blessing them and curse them that curse thee, and all the families of the earth shall be blessed. And that if you do this, that you'll be blessed. Right? That God will give you special provision because you looked out for Israel, or you donated money, or you sold it this. And He told it to Abram. Okay, well, it wasn't Abraham, He told it to Abram. Okay, so we're going to keep that in mind, but we got to hold the text and what it says in the dialogue that He's having to Abram. Okay, we get Genesis 26:45. And I will make thy seed to multiply as the stars of heaven, and I will give unto thy seed all these countries, and in thy seed shall all the nations of the earth be blessed. Because that Abraham obeyed my voice and kept my charge, my commandments, my statutes, and my laws. What He's told to Isaac. Okay, so it's a repetitive of what He told to his father. Okay? Genesis 28:14-15. And thy seed shall be the dust of the earth, and thou shalt spread abroad to the west, and to the east, and to the north, and to the south. And in thee and in thy seed shall all the families of the earth be blessed. And behold, I am with thee, I will keep thee in all places whither thou goest, and will bring thee again to this land, for I will not leave thee until I have done that which I have spoken to thee of. Who He told to Jacob. So we have the father, the son, and then the grandson. And we have these blessings, or something that was pronounced to them, that was first told to Abraham, and it was repeated to his son, and it was repeated to the grandson. And we have this, that all the families of the earth will be blessed. So how are the families of the earth going to be blessed? By Abraham, and then what Most High told Abraham, He repeated it to Isaac, and then He repeated it to Jacob. Okay, so we think blessing as in, getting something in my pocket or getting out this rut. But what is it that Yah is talking about? How is He going to bless all the families of the earth through Abram? Galatians 3:14. That the blessing of Abraham, we just read it, right? Galatians 3:14. The blessing of Abraham might come on the Gentiles. What's the Hebrew for Gentiles? Goyim. What does Goyim mean? Nations. So that the blessing of Abraham might come on the nations. Okay, that lines up with what we read in Genesis 12. All right, I mean that lines up. Okay, actually, I'm a backtrack. This is an example of keeping the scripture in text. The example is that we've heard that if you do this for Israel, this will happen for you. Now, when Yah was saying that, did something happen after He told Abram that? Did something happen specifically? Because this is 12-3. So in 12-1, he just said, hey man, get up, let's roll. Where'd they go?
Egypt.
They did go to Egypt. What happened in Egypt?
Famine.
Famine? The wife. So, I will bless them that bless thee and curse them that curse thee. Didn't Abram say, yo, this is my sister, son. This is my sister, B. And they took the sister, and then didn't something happen? Wasn't there a dream? If you touch her, you're dead. Oh, that's what he was talking about. I thought if I gave donations for people to keep Passover in 2017 that I would get blessed. No. Genius. We're having a conversation. Didn't he leave Egypt with a lot? So in the scripture context, this today has been used to as, hey, treat the Jews right and do this and do that. But in reality, it's like, no, man, you better go down to Egypt and something's going to happen. And you got to remember that if someone bless thee, if they bless you, okay, I'll take care of it. But if I'll curse anybody, curse you. So the Egyptians had a choice. I'm going to either do this or not. He made the right choice. Right? So then they leave with a whole bunch of stuff. They got blessed. Okay? So then the scriptural context, when he goes to Egypt, when he goes to wherever else he got jammed up with another king that wanted his wife and all this kind of stuff, that's what he's talking about. That's what he's talking about. That stuff that's happening to him as you go forth, because we really kind of don't know each other. I mean, I know you, but you don't know me like that. You kind of got to grow, and you got to grow in your faith. We got to grow in our faith. So just know that I got you. Okay, I got you. So I meant to say that. But anyway, that the blessings of Abraham might come on the Gentiles through Jesus Christ or through Yeshua HaMashiach, that we might receive the promise of the Spirit through faith. Brethren, I speak after the manner of men, though it be but a man's covenant, yet if it be confirmed, no man disannulleth or addeth thereto. Now to Abraham and his seed. Now to Abraham and his seed. Now to Abraham and his seed were the promises made. He saith not and to seed. We talked about a couple weeks ago. Not to seeds as of many, but as of one, and to thy seed, which is Christ. And this will bless who? The nations. We said in Genesis 12. But I thought if I be good to the Jews, if I be good to the people in Israel, and send them some money, well, I'll be blessed, what the Bible said. This is just an interpretation. Just the scripture out of context. The blessing for the nations is Yahshua. Because he's very specific, as we covered last week. I come not for any, but the lost sheep of the house of Israel. The blessing to all the nations, that the blessing of Abraham might come on the nations through Yahshua HaMashiach. What blessing? Got to go back to what he told Abram. It's the only way you'll know. And this I say, that the covenant that was confirmed before of God in Christ, the law, which was 430 years after, cannot disannul that it should make the promise of none effect. So what Yah said to Abram, the Torah, the instructions or the wisdom, has nothing to do with it. There's two totally separate, different deals. Okay? And that's Galatians 3:40-27. So later on in that chapter, when we get to the infamous part we've all heard, for as many of you as have been baptized into Christ have put on Christ, there is neither Jew nor Greek, there is neither bond nor free, there is neither male nor female, for you are all one in Christ Jesus. And if ye be Christ, then ye are Abraham's seed and heirs according to the promise. Well, what was the promise? Mashiach. That was the ultimate promise, because we're not talking about seeds, we're talking about a seed, right? But it took Shaul, a cold, skilled rabbi, teacher, Pharisee, filled with the Ruach, to break that down. Isaiah 36, 1 through 5. Now it came to pass. So do we get that when it's talking about blessing, these blessings, right? So our thinking of blessings, and I'm not saying that you cannot be blessed and receive. So, I'm not saying that, okay? But I'm just talking about in this text, Genesis 12, Genesis 26, Genesis 28, and now Galatians 3, the blessings of Abraham might come on the Gentiles or nations. So this is what we're talking about, that how he's going to bless all the families of the earth is of Yahshua. Because at that time, all the families of the earth can't get to Yah, because they're not Israelites. Right? I mean, does that make sense? With Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. Jacob had 12 sons. His 12 sons, 12 tribes of Israel, and their progeny. Right? So this was the blessing through Abraham. Okay? Because at some point in the lineage of Abraham all the way down, there's going to be Mashiach. There's going to be the anointed one. Is going to come. And he's going to, as we read last week, the gathering, right? In second Thessalonians, the gathering is of Christ, which was told to us in Genesis 49 under the prophecy of Judah, that all the brethren will be gathered unto him. So that's why in Galatians 3 and 29, right, you are heirs according to the promise. So now you're part of this gathering. So for our people who are in Sunday or different aspects or whatever, that if you are to become truly of Christ, then you must return to the Torah, right? You must become an Israelite. There's no other way to really describe that and make that make sense if we're to line up with the word. Now, if I want to sell some money, if I want to make some money or do some hustling, then I say whatever I need to say, right? But we're going to keep it real and not try to have a bias or not try to, push an agenda or push, this supremacy or whatever. We're just going to stick to the script, and we just got to stick to the script, okay? So now Isaiah 36, 1 through 5. Now it come to pass in the 14th year of King Hezekiah, that Sennacherib, king of Assyria. Okay, anybody know who Sennacherib is? Okay, he's like one of the coldest fighters of all time. You want to line up all the toughest dudes, Sennacherib's got to be in the top 10. Genghis Khan or whoever, Napoleon, however he's in the top 10. Right, he's in the top 10. This guy will put in some work. All right, king of Assyria came up against all the defense cities of Judah. Okay, we know that the Assyrians knocked out the 10 tribes. Okay, and took them. And the kings of Assyria sent Rabshakeh from Lachish to Jerusalem to King Hezekiah with a great army. And he said, so think about that. The Assyrians come up. They ready to go. Who coming? Sennacherib and them. Ooh. And he stood by the conduit of the upper pool in the highway of the fruitless field. Then came forth to him Eliakim, Hilkiah's son, which was over the house, Shebna the scribe, Joah, Asaph's son, the recorder. And Rabshakeh said unto them, say ye now to Hezekiah, thus saith the great king, the king of Assyria, what confidence is this wherein thou trustest? I say, sayest thou, but they are but vain words. I have counsel and strength for war. Now on whom dost thou trust that thou rebellest? Lo, thou trust in the staff of this broken reed on Egypt. Now, we just read where if someone is good to Abraham's descendants, they're going to be blessed. If you curse them, you're going to be cursed. So that's what we read, right? And that's how we've interpreted for eons of years. So we're going to look at a scenario in the Bible. We're going to look at some history and some in the prophet, where there was a country who was being good to Israel. We're being good to them. We'll look what God said. We're going to look at what God thought about it. So this is the Assyrians talking. Lo, thou trust in the staff of this broken reed on Egypt. Whereon if a man lean will go in his hand and pierce it. So Pharaoh, king of Egypt, to all that trust in him. So, okay, I'll keep reading. But if thou say to me, we trust in the Lord our God, isn't he whose high places and altars Hezekiah have taken away, and said to Judah and Jerusalem, ye shall worship before this altar? Now therefore give pledges, I pray thee, to my master the king of Assyria, and I'll give thee 2,000 horses. Okay, so the Assyrians are knocked out the 10 tribes. They're knocking out nations around, and now they're knocking at your door. The people of Judah, y'all on camera? The Assyrians, Sennacherib sent like one of the they sent the goon squad out. Dressed in all black, got the mask on. Yeah, we heard you trying to get some help from Egypt. Heard y'all trying to get some guns and stuff, huh? Y'all got a little extra money coming. Y'all got some extra guns. Y'all got some stuff. Y'all want to try to fight? I tell you what, just pay us this money and we'll give you 2,000 guns. It was horses, but we'll give you double what they got. But if you trust on Egypt, you lean on Egypt, it's going to be like a nail or a knife going through your hand. So you either pay us the money, pay us our tribute, give us money, or we're going to come holler at you. Your choice. So I'm just to kind of catch up on what we're reading. Okay. If thou be able on thy part to set riders upon them, how then wilt thou turn away the face of the captain of the least of my master's servants, if put thy trust on Egypt for chariots and for horsemen? Okay. So he's pretty much saying that I'm gonna send a little homie through. You can't do nothing with him. You can't do nothing with my young guy. All right, and you think the Egyptians can't do nothing with him neither. Okay, so we have an example of a country being good to Judah. They're being good. This is Judah, right? This is Hezekiah, right? The righteous. Ezekiel 29:6. And all the inhabitants of Judah shall know that I am the Lord, because they have been a staff of free to the house of Israel. And all the inhabitants of Egypt shall know that I am the Lord, because they have been a staff of reed to the house of Israel. Is that what I said? Okay. Well, so the Egyptians have been trying to help Israelites. But I thought he said to Abraham that if someone help you, I'm going to bless them. So is God going back on his word? Or has it just been misinterpreted the wrong way? And now it's good for propaganda today. Right, Passover roll up, you're going to see that commercial. You're going to see that old Jewish man rocking in that chair. He needs some matzah. Probably ain't even going to him. To be honest with you. These folks is hustling. Money probably not even going to him. But my point being is that blessing, the way we look at blessing and the way the Bible speaks of the barak, not the same. It's not. Keep going, because we are getting somewhere. Psalm 50. Hear, O my people, and I will speak, O Israel. I will testify against thee. I am God, even thy God. I will not reprove thee for thy sacrifices of burnt offerings. Right? I'm not gonna reject it. To have been continually before me. I will take no bullock out of thy house, nor he goats out of thy fold. For every beast of the forest is mine, and the cattle upon 1,000 hills. I know all the fowls of the mountains, and the wild beasts of the field are mine. If I were hungry, I would not tell you. I'm not going to tell you. For the world is mine, and the fullness thereof. Will I eat the flesh of bulls, and drink the blood of goats? Offer unto God thanksgiving, and pay thou vows unto the Most High. Okay? So, yes, do your sacrifices. I told you to do them. Leviticus, right? Got them laid out. Told them to do it. But what I really want is your heart. That's what I really want. I mean, I'm not going to reject your burnt. I'm not going to reject them. Feast time, we're doing extra sacrifices, we're eating, we're doing everything's going good. I'm not going to reprove, I'm not going to reject it. But what? Because like I don't want to eat it. They're mine. I don't drink blood. I'm not Dagon. Them other whack gods. That's stuff that they do. Give me thanksgiving. Pay your vows to the Most High. Right? Here. 1 Samuel 15, 22-23. And Samuel said after the Lord, as great delight in burnt offerings and sacrifices as in obeying the voice. Wait a minute. I'm supposed to follow the example of Abraham. But in Genesis 12, what happened? He saw. He heard the voice. Get up. Go that way. And he went. So we have a repeat. So in obeying the voice of the Lord, behold, to obey is better than sacrifice. To obey is better than sacrifice. And to hearken than the fat of rams. For rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft. and stubbornness, as iniquity and idolatry, because thou hast rejected the word of the Lord, he has also rejected thee from being king. So obeying the voice is a constant, because we have it with Abram. The faith, right? He's the father of the faith, as it says in the New Testament, right? Because he obeyed the voice. Okay, and we're going somewhere. So Barak, to bless, but also to kneel. Okay, to bless, but also to kneel. This word is used early in Genesis, first chapter. Yah blessed or kneeled. The sea creatures, fowls of the air, Yah barak. He barak. I can't say barak like English, like ED, but he barak. Okay? To the sea, he blessed them. Blessed them or kneeled. Adam and Eve, Yah barak. Adam and Eve, he blessed them or kneeled. Okay? The Shabbat, set it apart, he blessed it or he kneeled. So in being a blessing is really you being humble. You know, like when you take a knee. I mean, that's just the Hebrew for it. He was putting the Hebrew in its right place. Okay? So if Yah blesses, or if Yah kneels, which he is the Most High, and for him to do things down here is like him kneeling, attending to us down here, because we so need it, right? In this vineyard we're in. Because some days we're beautiful flowers, and other days we're sticker brows. Right? Some days we're a fruitful vine, and some days I can't get a drop out that boy. I can't get a drop out of you. I can't get a drop out of him. And then we just come through for him last week. So he blesses us all the time because he has to kneel down and come down and tend to us. So when you're in your vineyard and you have to kneel down, that is barak. So how do we bless the Lord? Do we kneel down? Nah, you know, man. Is that what we do? We find our needs. He'll fill our needs. We find our needs. He fills our needs. So, Yahshua, thinking about Barak and to bless and to kneel, what did he tell his Talmudim, his students? About being a master, but really about the greatest master is a servant. I come to serve y'all. So when Yah baraked the creatures and Adam and Eve in the Shabbat, he just setting a precedent to follow. Then the word becomes flesh and dwells among men, and he washes their feet. These things you will do and more. I can't get to the big stuff in Mashiach. I can't get to the big stuff. I can't even get down. Man, my back, man. I can't get down. If I get down, I might not be able to get up. See how messed up we are? Yah gives freedom of choice. Amen. Right? He ain't send his men down here. They flying down, sword of fire. I mean, that's not going on. You know, everybody be straight line there, but that's not how. No. Deuteronomy 11:26. Behold, I set before you this day a blessing and a curse. A chance to bow, to be humble, or a chance to rebel. Your call. Real simple, but just know there's stipulations. Okay? Because I can come in and do something good behind it, or I can come in and do something terrible. Your choice. Deuteronomy 30:19. I call heaven and earth to record this day against you. I'm going to make sure it's fair. I'm going to have witnesses. Who are your witnesses, Master? Earth. Well, he in the beginning said, earth, move. He moved. He rolled out the heavens like a rolling mat. So heaven and earth are witnesses to record against you this day. Hey, write it down. That boy. Didn't he hear what he said? That I have set before you life and death. Meaning what, sir? Blessing and cursing. Well, what is that? Therefore choose life, that both thou and thy seed may live. Oh, that seed thing again. But that was said earlier in Deuteronomy 2, though, right? About affecting the sign and a wonder upon you and your seed forever. It's amazing how this stuff just kind of repeats over and over in the Bible. Joshua 24:15. And if it seem evil unto you to serve the Lord, choose you this day whom you will serve. Make a choice. Being here today on Shabbat, you made a choice. Right? Childhood friend, grew up with, all kind of stuff. Gone, dead. All kind of people in town. People I ain't seen in forever. Is there a part of me that wants to stay and hang out and catch up? Absolutely. I'm human, absolutely. I actually would love to. But you know what? I made a choice. I made a choice. Amen. And I see the eyes of, oh, JB, I see the love, I see it, I feel it. Could it be, well, you know, I could give him I could give him the scripture. I made a choice. We got to make a choice every day. And all that is just a little check. That's it. It's not no parade, no confetti, right? The simple things in Mashiach, right? The Shabbat, go all the way back to early in Genesis. Very simple. Whether the gods which your fathers served that were on the other side of the flood. So you got to make a choice. You're going to be like they were over there. You're going to be like something new. You're going to be a new creature or not. You're going to be the old you or what I want you to be. Or the gods of the Amorites in whose land ye dwell. But as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. The sum of decisions over thousands of generations led to this. Massive global forced migration. That's why we had to go through West Africa and talk about the door of no return and talk about the serpent worship and talk about the grove. So everything that we can find that Yah had a problem with in Jerusalem, you let your brother go, then you went back and you put him back in bondage. You still got the high places. You still, I'm a beg. Remember that section with Jeremiah? Jeremiah, go get the word. Jeremiah, come back and get the word. Them sisters, I can see that head snapping. I'm going to bake my cakes to the queen of heaven. She been good to me. Can you not hear it? And thousands of years later, in the west coast of Africa, gold and jewelry and flourishing and science and money and math. And he said at a certain time, he said, I'm coming to collect my debt. It didn't happen right then. I'm going to give you a chance. I'm going to give your son a chance. I'm going to give his son a chance. His son's a chance. And he gave chance after chance after chance. And then all of a sudden he said, you know what? This folk's going to be robbed and spoiled. It's time to collect the debt. So you have thousands of years, decisions that led to Deuteronomy 28:68. I could talk all day about this. Somebody said something, you know, that Deuteronomy 28:68, that's really not the only. I ain't got to use that verse. I'll use that as a closing verse. We'll go through all the other books. We'll pull out all the other history and what other folks done said, and then we'll just say that for like little cherry. I don't even like cherries on my ice cream. That'd be a little cherry on the end. I ain't going to eat that cherry. I'll let Josh eat it. I don't even like cherries. Not like that anyway. Let all that, Mali, Ghana, Songhai, the different empires, the Oyo, all that stuff going all the way back to Jeremiah. To the Lord said, don't go down in Egypt, man. Don't go down there. Sword, pestilence, famine. Oh, and yeah, you're going to be removed to all kings of the earth. Whatever. I don't know who you're praying to. I don't know about the stuff you're talking. No. We going. My cousin is down there. I got family down there. I know somebody went took a vacation down there and came back. What you mean? They got temples down there and everything. I'm going down to Egypt. I'm going down to Africa. I'm from down the Nile. When have me a drink. Babylonians stressing me out. Crazy Chaldeans. You know what y'all did? He chased them clowns up and down that Nile. Go look in the book. Knocked out North, knocked out the city in the Delta. Because all those phrases, those towns on the Nile, in Hebrew, it stands for a tower of defense, a fortress, Migdal. That's what it means. Y'all came through, knocked them down. Because, but we read that though, right? Depending on Egypt, it's like a reed in your hand. It's going to break in your hand. Mm. A knucklehead Assyrian told you that. And y'all said, don't worry, I'm going to get you and them. He was like Big Perm on Friday. He's like, if I don't have my money, I'm going to get you and him. Craig was like, I ain't got nothing to do with it. Egypt was like, look, I was just trying to help the brother. I didn't know. It was like he came through and slapped the Babylonians, came in there. What y'all doing down here? I'm looking for the treasure. Something pushing me down here. I'm swinging this sword, tearing y'all stuff up. Israelites just keep running, keep running. Still running. Can run up and down the street all night though. But can't run to y'all. I run up and down the street all night. Hustle and pimp, sell dope, shoot guns, rap, all this other stuff. All kind of stuff, all kind of crazy stuff. I do stuff all day, all night. But I ain't gonna try to run to y'all yet. So think about what the book said. It's gonna get so bad where they're going to, the people don't hear you now, they're gonna hear you at some point. It's gonna get so bad. So the people that's already turned back and that's already in there, you gotta hang on. It's gonna get, he gonna turn this world upside down to make Israel turn back. It's time to look up. Time to look up. Deuteronomy 30:1. It shall come to pass. It shall come to pass. It shall come to pass. That means at some point in the future, Hebrew idiom, it's going to come to pass when all these things will come upon thee, the blessing and the curse, which I have said before thee, and thou shalt call them to mind among all the nations whither the Lord thy God hath driven thee. Right? Not where you jumped in your car and you drove to the, or I jumped in a boat and no. I drove. You remember the hammer? Boom! Scatter. So at some point, your son is going to start remembering about the blessings and the curses. At some point. Because I drove him there. I'm going to look at this in Hebrew. I'm at a bad angle, so bear with me. Okay. Yaki Yavo Aleka call Havravim Ha'elah Havraka V'Hachlala Asher Natati Lafanecha V'Chashvo El Lavevecha B'chal Hagiyom Asher Hirikaka Ya. So like I said, kaka, like the bird, like the bird on the kids' cartoon. Kaka, that's not what I meant though. Okay, Ya Elohecha Shema. Okay, so what do we just read? Deuteronomy, this is what we read, 30:1. This is what in Hebrew. Now, when it says, call them to mind, we have El lavavecha b'chol hagoyim. What's Hebrew for heart? Lev. But I thought in the Bible, in English, it said mind, like I'm a remember. But in the Hebrew, it said your heart. The blessing and the curses on your heart. Because there's something that's been interwoven and intertwined in your DNA that you can't shake. I might not be looking at you right now, but I see. I know what you. In the relationship where y'all split up, I'm not talking to you, but I hear stuff about you. I kind of know what's going on because somebody come and tell me something. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You're in a relationship and the relationship is kind of, we're going to take a little break from each other, and you might cut off communication, they might cut off communication, but information keep coming back to you about that person. That's logical, real sense. This is a relationship. Love. So y'all like, I'm not looking at you. I might not be dealing with you, but I know what's going on. I know what's going on. I might not be dealing with you, but I know what's going on. There's something in you where you can't put your finger on it. So we look in the Bible and they calling out to Asheroth and Molech and different gods, and now they're worshiping gods of wood and stone. They love crosses and they love it. They love all this other mess. And it's the Israel has, what is that? And Paul say they have a zeal, but lack of knowledge. Hammer on the head. So Yah says it's going to be something in your heart. English will tell your mind. But your heart gonna start feeding for me wherever you are among the nations, which I forced you. So I might not have forced you, but I forced your great granddad. I forced him there. Some of our great, they didn't make it, did they? And some of them did because we're here today. Right? Because some of those curses, he said, I'm going to come get you till I get rid of you. You know that. You know that's mad. How long you going to keep hunting me down? Till I'm done with you. Isaiah 1, 2, and 3. Bless you. Bless you, bless you. I probably should bow when I say that. Okay, being funny. Isaiah 1 and 2. Hear, O heavens, and give ear, O earth, for the Lord has spoken. I have nourished and brought up children, and they have rebelled against me. Think about your baby. Think about your kids. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib. But Israel does not know. My people does not consider. That's why he got to go in on you. You're not really considering. You're not really thinking what you need to be thinking about. Harriet Tubman had a great quote. She said, I'd have freed 1,000 slaves. You know, after that, I'd have freed 1,000 more. But you know what? They know that they were slaves. God said, these people is supposed to be with me, but they don't even know. They don't even know. They ain't got the slightest clue. Turn to Jeremiah 23. Jeremiah 23. 23 and 20. The anger of the Lord shall not return until he have executed, until he have performed the thoughts of his heart. In the latter days ye shall consider it perfectly. Well, that matches up with Deuteronomy, don't it? 30 and 1. Because Yah said, I'm going to do what I got to do. Everything I said I'm going to do. And in the latter days, you're going to consider it. You're going to start thinking. Right? But we read that in Deuteronomy 30. We just have to apply that prophetic statement with the right prophetic people at the right prophetic time. That means including you. Right? So-called Negro, so-called colored, Afro-American, black, all the different kind of names we've talked about. Ezekiel 5. Ezekiel 5. Ezekiel 5 and 13. Thus shall my anger be accomplished, and I will cause my fury to rest upon them, and I will be comforted. And they shall know that I, the Lord, have spoken in my zeal when I have accomplished my fury in them. That's heavy. So that means it's going to get bad. Then people will be like, oh, I think y'all's got a problem with us. It's going to get bad. I think God has an issue with us. So if we ain't saying that now, apparently we will. There's individuals, and there are a lot of people that are people that are black or people of color, whatever, that have turned back in a clean way or unclean way. A lot of people have turned back, but a lot more have not. Okay, so apparently something's going to happen, and not just with black people, but with Israelites all over. Something's going to happen. As Yah's face turns, our healing increases. Okay? As his face turns, right? Turns to us. Our healing increases. Okay? Let's turn to Psalm. Well, I'm sorry, I got it right for you. Psalm 41:4. I said, Lord, be merciful unto me, heal my soul. Why? For I have sinned against thee. Okay? Heal my soul. Why? For I have sinned against thee. 2 Chronicles 7:14. If my people, which are called by my name, shall humble themselves and pray. If who? My people, which are what? Called by my name, shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven and will forgive their sin and will heal their land. Okay? Hear from heaven. Remember one of the witnesses in Deuteronomy earlier. I call heaven and earth to witness against you. Alright? So we got to get healed, right? So the land has to also get healed. A lot of healing's got to go on, right? Because the land, the promised land's a mess. There's wars going on, right? Every time you turn around on mainstream news, the Palestinians this, the Arabs this, and you turn on alternative news like, man, the Israelis are just letting them have it. Dropping bombs and tanks and just killing babies. But remember, we said Satan's propaganda.
Yep.
Satan's propaganda. Israelite names and West African names. Yeshua, Isaiah, Yah saved. Jeremiah, Yah has appointed. Nehemiah, Nehemiah, Yah comforts. Elijah, Eliyahu, my God is Yah, or Yah is my God. Josiah, Yoshia, whom Yah heals. Obadiah, Obadiah, servant of Yah. Zechariah, Zechariah, Yah remembers. Benaiah, Yah has built up. These are names from the transatlantic records of those who were put on ship.
Wow.
On the other side, men. Inya, 21 years old. Inya, 38. There go me and Aaron. Hanya, 23. Kuya, 24. Gaya, 49. Boys, Baya, 10. Bamumu. Boya, 14. Yakoba, 13. Indepya, 9. Women, Akia, 16. Beniya, 19. Tayao, 28. Koya, 40. Taya, 50. Girls, Hanya, 10. Inya, 10. Kardaya, 11. Iyawu. What's your name, sweetie? Iyawu. You gotta go. But that's what the book said. No mercy on the old or the young. Oh, look at it. Yaba. Oh, sweet, 2 years old. You gotta go, baby. Get on this boat. But what he's saying, I mean, I just know I'm crazy. But I thought he said, if my people, which are called by my name, I don't know. Whatever. But that's, you can go to that website with so many ages with Yah in their name. Ecclesiastes 3:3, a time to kill and a time to heal. So that means there's a time coming that this bad relationship got to be some healing. That beat drop, let's get it on. Right? That time is coming. That time is coming. How do I know? Because the word said so.
Amen.
Whatsoever was written aforetime
Yes,
was written for my learning. And that through patience and comfort of the scriptures, I might have hope. We might have hope. So a time to heal is coming.
Amen.
A time to break down. Yeah, I'm tearing up Ghana. I'm tearing up Mali. I'm tearing up Songhai. I'm tearing up all these websites. I'm tearing them up. It's a time to build up. Deuteronomy 32:39. See now that I am he, and there is no God with me. I kill, and I make alive. I wound, and I heal.
Amen.
So Yah said, I'm going to knock you upside. I'm going to slap you with that. I'm going to stupefy you. I'm going to make you blind in madness. But I'm going to come back and I'm going to heal you. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. I thought Yahshua said that. That if you're in the palm of his hand, no one can get to you. Ooh, and he the gatherer too. Ooh. Oh, he coming. Oh, he coming. So the people got to be right. Israel got to be right. Israel ain't right, you SOL. This is it. Right, this is this book. Y'all will address our roots. We got deep roots, man. We can talk about this. We got deep roots. He's going to address them. When the poor and needy seek water, and there is none, and their tongue faileth for thirst, I, the Lord, will hear them. I, the God of Israel, will not forsake them. I will open rivers in high places and fountains in the midst of valleys. I will make the wilderness a pool of water and the dry land springs of water. I will plant in the wilderness the cedar, the shittah tree, the myrtle, the oil tree. I will set in the desert the fir tree, the pine, the box tree together, that they may see and know and consider. Right? Because everything we've looked at in the prophecy, hey man, I'm going to do this. They're going to have to start considering and understand together.
Amen.
That the hand of the Lord hath done this, and the Holy One of Israel hath created it. That show what he said. He said, man, I kill, I make alive, I wound, I heal. Our transgressions need a divine healing within a divine covenant. That's real simple. Right? We sin in the flesh, but the promises are divine. The healing is divine. The covenant is divine. It's a heavenly covenant. Just because I'm on earth. Isaiah 57. Isaiah 57. You got to accept the word as it is. For agenda and propaganda, the people take the word and flip it and try to make it be something or something else. So let it be what it be. And let the people be what they're supposed to be. Isaiah 57:19. I create the fruit of the lips. Peace, peace to him that is far off and to him that is near, saith the Lord, and I will heal him. I will heal him. Right? So you determine your healing by what come out your mouth. Okay. Jeremiah 3. Jeremiah 3. Jeremiah 3 and 22. Jeremiah 3 and 22. Return, ye backsliding children, and I will heal your backslidings. Behold, we come unto thee, for thou art the Lord our God. Right? So I want to do some things with you. We got to want to do some things with him. Right? Jeremiah 30. You're going to read this whole chapter. Jeremiah 30. Your Bible should be titled Time of Jacob's Trouble. And every time, or just about every prophecy teacher or prophecy teaching I've heard, just in general, when it comes to this time, it's not about you. It ain't got nothing to do with you. Man, you just lucky to get a ticket to come into the show. Back in the day, that ticket you had to come through the back door. Jeremiah 30 and 1. The word that came to Jeremiah from the Lord, saying, Thus speaketh the Lord God of Israel, saying, Write thee all the words that I have spoken unto thee in the book. For though the days come, saith the Lord, that I will bring again the captivity of my people, Israel and Judah, saith the Lord, I will cause them to return to the land that I gave to their fathers, and they shall possess it. So that means at some point, the houses of Israel and Judah will have to go back home together. Well, that hadn't happened yet. Verse 4. And these are the words that the Lord spake concerning Israel and concerning Judah. For thus saith the Lord, we have heard a voice of trembling and of fear, and not of peace. Ask ye now, and see whether a man doth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness. Alas, for that day is great, and so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. So what is coming down the pipeline will make a man lean over like he having. I've seen a woman give birth 3 times. I know what that looked like. I've seen the contractions at the time and how they hit. And it's like my sister girl Huff tased when she be tasing people. It's like you just can't move. Can't move. And men gonna just be leaning over and just can't move. It's gonna be so bad. It's gonna be faces turn pale. Chocolate, dark chocolate. It's gonna be white as snow. It's gonna be so bad. That's getting the heebie-jeebies scared out of it. But he said, Jacob shall be saved. There shall come to pass that in that day, saith the Lord of hosts, that I will break his yoke from off his neck, and will burst thy bonds, and strangers shall no more serve themselves of him. But they shall serve the Lord their God, and David their king, whom I will raise up unto them. Therefore fear thou not, O my servant Jacob, saith the Lord, neither be dismayed, O Israel, for lo, I will save thee from afar, and thy seed from the land of their captivity, and Jacob shall return, and shall be in rest, and be quiet, and none shall make him afraid. For I am with thee, saith the Lord, to save thee. Though I make a full end of all nations whither I have scattered thee, yet I will not make a full end of thee.
All
That old Master P be kicking, like he coming to ride. Like it's like the movies. I'ma come save my girl. I'ma kick in. I'ma save my girl. And then when I got my girl pulled up, I'm coming back. I'm coming back for business. But I can't be his girl and be a hoe at the same time, can I? I can't be that, can I? No. So once again, I know my blood, my DNA, your behavior. You know, my behavior. I'm working on my behavior, you know. Your behavior. Lost my place. What was that? Somebody help me. On 10. 11. Thank you. Thank you, sister. Though I make a full end of nations whether I have scattered thee, yet I will not make a full end of thee, but I will correct thee in measure, and will not leave thee altogether unpunished. For thus saith the Lord, thy bruise is incurable, and thy wound is grievous. There is none to plead thy cause, that thou mayest be bound up. Thou hast no healing medicines. Man, he's like, y'all in a bad situation. Like, you need me. All thy lovers have forgotten thee, they seek thee not. For I have wounded thee with the sword of the enemy, with the chastisement of a cruel one, for the multitude of thy iniquity, because thy sins were increased. Why criest thou for thine affliction, and thy sorrow is incurable, for the multitude of thy iniquity, because thy sins were increased? I have done these things unto thee. Therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured. And all thine adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity, and they that spoil thee shall be spoiled. So think about this. So we looked at the years of the trans-Saharan slave trade and the transatlantic slave trade. I think it was like 1,280 whatever years.
1232.
1232. So look at those years and like, man, I've been in bad strait for like over 1,000 years. So then y'all are saying that the people, he says that every one of them shall go into captivity. So it's like, man, how much more captivities do the people of that Balad al-Sudan, the land of blacks, the Negro land, how much captivity they got to go through? Because why were they in Africa to begin with? Oh, that's right, the Romans. Yeah, Titus, Jerusalem. Oh yeah. Million went to Africa. Oh yeah, and a bunch of them got killed. Oh yeah, a bunch of them went to slavery. Yeah, that's right. That's what they reported. The Romans. Who were before the Romans? Oh, the Hellenizers, the Grecians. Alexander, the Gold, the empire split, you know, the Ptolemies and the Seleucid and their war in Antiochus. And, yeah, that's right, the Greeks. Who were before the Greeks? The Persians, Haman. Oh yeah, I forgot Haman. The Persians. Oh yeah. All the Yehudim and all of Persia were going to get killed. That's right, man. The Persians, wow, okay. Oh, the Babylonians. Oh man. Oh gosh, my great kings. Oh, the Judah. Yeah, the Babylonians. Oh man, wow. Forgot about that. Oh, the Assyrians. That was for the northern kingdom. Okay. sure is a lot. It looked like somebody got a track record. And at some point, you just start to get right. But I guess why the Bible says in the latter days, you'll consider. In the latter days. We'll keep reading here. I'm going to start in 16. Therefore, all that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, if one of them shall go into captivity, and they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all that prey upon thee, I will give for a prey, for I will restore health unto thee, and I will heal thee of thy wounds.
Thank you.
Because there's a time for healing, right? As we read in Ecclesiastes, right? Saith the Lord, because they called thee an outcast, saying, this is Zion, whom no man seeketh after. You know, the astonishment, the proverb, the byword, we talk about all this much. Thus saith the Lord, behold, I will bring again the captivity of Jacob's tents, and have mercy on his dwelling places, and the city shall be builded upon her own heap, and the palace shall remain after the manner thereof. And out of them shall proceed thanksgiving, and the voice of them that make merry, and I will multiply them, and they shall not be a few. I will also glorify them, and they shall not be small. Their children also shall be as aforetime, and their congregation shall be established before me. I will punish all that oppress them, and their nobles shall be of themselves, and their governors shall proceed from the midst of them, and I will cause them to draw near, and he shall approach unto me. For who is this that engaged his heart to approach unto me, saith the Lord? And ye shall be my people, and I will be your God. Behold, the whirlwind of the Lord goeth forth with fury, and continuing whirlwind, it shall fall with pain upon the head of the wicked. The fierce anger of the Lord shall not return till he have done it, until he have performed the intents of his heart. In the latter days ye shall consider. Man, that's quite a few times we've seen that latter days. Quite a few times. It's like, man, wow. It's like our 400 cycle will be up in this August of 1619. Wow. Interesting. Lamentations 2 and 13. We'll read through these kind of quick. Lamentations 2 and 13. What things shall I take to witness for thee? What things shall I liken to thee, O daughter of Jerusalem? What shall I equal to thee, that I may comfort thee, O virgin daughter of Zion? For thy breach is great like the sea. Who can heal thee? So the problems with the people of Jerusalem is going to be so bad. It's like, man, it's like trying to cross water. It's like you standing on the coast of North Carolina and say, yeah, I'm about to walk over to England. I'm about to walk back over to Africa. On water? You know how much water that is? Y'all said that's the size of your wound. He said, who gonna heal it? You know, sometimes you ask somebody a question, who gonna do that? You know it's you. That's pretty much what y'all did right there. Let's turn to Luke 4th chapter. Luke 4th chapter. And then somebody give me Luke 10 and 9. And then somebody give me John 12 and 40. And somebody give me Acts 28, 27. I'll read Luke and 4.
I got Acts.
You have 10 and 9, I guess. You got it? I go ahead.
So John 12, 9.
Brother said he cast his lot late. He's like, man, I guess I go and get that one. Luke 4 and 18, and it reads, the Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because he hath anointed me to preach the gospel to the poor. He has sent me to heal the brokenhearted, to preach deliverance to the captives, and recovering of sight to the blind, to set at liberty them that are bruised. Remember when just the language being used, liberty. Remember what he said in Jeremiah, I'm going to bring liberty to you. A sword and famine and pestilence and captivity. Okay, whoever's got Luke.
Luke 10 and 9, heal the sick and tell them the kingdom of God is near you now.
John 12.
John 12:40. He hath blinded their eyes and hardened their heart, that they should not see with their eyes nor understand with their heart, and be converted, and I should heal them.
For the heart of this people has become thickened, and with their ears they heard heavily, and they have closed their